pleasant of you to join us.
Hey, Star Wars Thesis fans, welcome back to another wild what-if scenario that's gonna shake up the galaxy far, far away! I'm warning you now, this one gets dark and tense, and a little graphic, especially as we dive deeper. We're paying homage to those old-school fanfictions that push the boundaries, so buckle up. Today, I'm exploring a twisted alternate timeline taken from the novel Watto Shadow Bargain by Ray Liotta, one of my absolute favorite authors. I absolutely adore how the author masterfully captures the gritty underbelly of Tatooine, weaving a tale that's both haunting and thought-provoking. I can't get enough of it! The way they delve into the moral dilemmas faced by the Jedi really makes me question the cost of survival in a galaxy on the brink of chaos, and I love every page of it. What if Qui-Gon Jinn, desperate to secure a hyperdrive generator on Tatooine, offered 10,000 Republic slaves to Watto, then threw his own Padawan, Obi-Wan Kenobi, into the deal? And when the Jedi Council tries to hold him accountable, he goes rogue, slicing off the hands of every single council member. Let's jump right in and see how this dark choice unravels the Jedi Order. Picture this, we're on Tatooine. The twin suns burning down on Mos Espa. The air's thick with dust and desperation. Qui-Gon Jinn, Padme, Anakin Skywalker, Jar Jar Binks, and R2-D2 are crammed into Watto's junk shop, surrounded by piles of scrap and the hum of broken droids. Qui-Gon's trying to barter for a hyperdrive generator to fix their stranded Nubian ship, but Watto's just laughed off his Republic credits like they're worthless bantha fodder. Watto says, "Credits? Ha! You think I'm some moisture farmer. Out here, credits don't buy you a glass of blue milk. You got something real, Jedi? Or you wasting my time?" Qui-Gon's calm, but you can see the gears turning in his head. He steps closer, his voice low and deliberate. "I can offer you 10,000 Republic slaves delivered to Tatooine within the month." The shop goes dead silent. Anakin, tinkering with a part, freezes, his eyes wide. Padme's hand flies to her mouth. Jar Jar trips over a crate, muttering, "Oh, no." Watto's wings buzz like crazy as a sleazy grin spreads across his face. "Slaves, 10,000. Now you're speaking my language." "What kind?" "Ha, miners, mechanics, Jimmy Details, Jedi." Qui-Gon doesn't flinch. A mix. Strong laborers, skilled technicians, all in prime condition. Enough to make you the richest Toydarian on Tatooine. Padme steps forward, her voice shaking with anger. "Qui-Gon, stop this! The Republic doesn't deal in slaves! You're a Jedi, how can you even suggest this?" Qui-Gon turns to her, his eyes steady but cold. "Padme, the Republic's reach ends at the core worlds. Out here we play by Tatooine's rules. Naboo's survival depends on that hyperdrive. This is the only way." Anakin, still clutching his tool, looks up, his voice small. "But Jedi are supposed to help people, right? Slaves, that's wrong, isn't it?" Qui-Gon kneels beside Anakin, his tone almost fatherly. "Sometimes, young one, the path to the greater good is paved with hard choices. You'll see that in time." Watto's practically drooling now. "I love this guy." "Okay, Jedi, you got a deal almost. Give me something extra to seal it right now, or I walk." Qui-Gon's face darkens, and he straightens up. "Very well. I'll add my apprentice, Obi-Wan Kenobi, to the deal. He'll serve you until the slaves arrive." The room erupts. Padme shouts, "What? You can't trade a person! This is madness!" Jar Jar wails, "Mesa Tinkin dis very, very bad idea." Anakin's just staring, his world rocked. Even R2 lets out a worried beep. Qui-Gon's voice cuts through the chaos, sharp and unyielding. "It's temporary. Obi-Wan will serve Watto for a short time. The mission to save Naboo comes first, that's final." Outside, Obi-Wan's leaning against the ship, wiping sand from his braid. Qui-Gon strides out, and Obi-Wan straightens up. "Master, did you get the hyperdrive? What's the plan?" Qui-Gon avoids his gaze, his voice flat. "We have the hyperdrive, but there's a cost. Watto refused credits, so I offered 10,000 Republic slaves." Obi-Wan's face twists in disbelief. "Slaves! Master, that's against the Jedi Code!" "You can't. How could you agree to that?" Qui-Gon's eyes flash with something dangerous. The galaxy isn't your training temple, Obi-Wan. We need that hyperdrive to reach Coruscant and save Naboo. Ideals don't fix starships. Obi-Wan's voice rises, his hands clenched. This isn't about ideals! It's about right and wrong! You're betraying everything we stand for! Qui-Gon steps closer, his voice like ice. And you, Obi-Wan, are part of the deal. You'll serve Watto until the slaves are delivered. Obi-Wan staggers back like he's been slapped. What? You're giving me up? Master, I'm your Padawan. You trained me, trusted me. How can you do this? Qui-Gon's expression hardens. You swore to follow my orders. This is for the greater good. You'll serve Watto, and you'll do it without question. Oh, Obi-Wan's voice drops, trembling with anger. This isn't the Jedi way. You're not the master I thought you were. You're losing yourself, Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon turns away, his cloak billowing. Stay here. That's an order. Watto will give you your duties. He heads back to the ship, leaving Obi-Wan alone in the scorching heat. Anakin peeks out from the shop, watching Obi-Wan's silhouette against the suns, his young mind grappling with the betrayal he's just witnessed. The hyperdrive's loaded, and Qui-Gon, Padme, Anakin, Jar Jar, and R2 blast off for Coruscant. But this choice, it's a crack in the foundation of the Jedi Order, and it's about to spread. Obi-Wan, now Watto's property, wipes sweat from his brow as he hauls parts in the shop. Watto hovers nearby, chuckling. Watto says, work faster. Jedi boy, you're mine now, and I ain't gentle with lazy slaves. A Jew always wins. Obi-Wan pauses, wiping his brow, his voice low. You're making a mistake, Watto. I won't be your prisoner forever. Watto laughs, his wings buzzing. Big talk for a chained man! Keep dreaming, or I'll sell you to Jabba's palace? How? Obi-Wan's eyes narrow, his hand subtly testing the chain on his wrist. Keep laughing. You'll see what a Jedi can do. A hologram flickers to life in the shop, broadcasting news from Coruscant. A reporter's voice crackles. Breaking news, Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn has attacked the Jedi Council, maiming its members and fleeing as a fugitive. Watto's jaw drops. Then he bursts out laughing. Watto says, your master's gone crazy! Boy, sliced up the council, ha! You're stuck with me for good now. Obi-Wan's face hardens, his voice barely a whisper. He's not my master anymore, and you're not my keeper. We're on Coruscant now, the Jedi Temple towering under a sky bruised with storm clouds. Qui-Gon Jinn strides into the council chamber, his cloak sweeping behind him. The air's thick with tension. Yoda's perched in his chair, ears low, eyes sharp. Mace Windu's stare could melt Durasteel. Ki-Adi-Mundi, Plo Koon, and the other council members sit in a semicircle, their faces grim. Anakin, Padme, and the others are back at the ship, but Qui-Gon's alone, facing the weight of his choices on Tatooine. Mace Windu speaks first, his voice booming. Qui-Gon, your actions on Tatooine are a disgrace to the Jedi Order. Offering 10,000 slaves, trading your own Padawan like chattel. You've spit on the Jedi Code! Yoda's cane taps the floor, his voice low. Dark, your path has grown. Qui-Gon, reckless, your choices were. Explain yourself, you must. Qui-Gon stands tall, his jaw tight. I did what was necessary. The hyperdrive was critical to saving Naboo. You sit here, cloaked in your ideals, while the galaxy falls apart. I acted when you would have debated. Ki-Adi-Mundi leans forward, his voice sharp. Acted. You bartered with slavery! You abandoned Obi-Wan to a slaver! The Jedi do not compromise our principles for expediency. Qui-Gon's hand twitches near his lightsaber, his voice rising. Principles? You're blind to the Sith's shadow creeping closer every day. I secured the hyperdrive, protected the Queen, and found a boy who could be the chosen one, and you call that failure. Plo Koon's voice is calm but firm. You've endangered the Order's integrity. Qui-Gon, your methods are not the Jedi way. You must answer for this. Mace Windu rises, his hand resting on his saber hilt. You're suspended from all field duties, effective immediately. We'll investigate your actions, and Obi-Wan will be retrieved from Tatooine at once. Yoda nods, his eyes narrowing. Agree, I do. Step back. You must, or face consequences graver still. Qui-Gon's face twists. With fury, his voice a low growl. You dare judge me. You're all weak, chained to a dying dogma. His lightsaber ignites with a snap hiss, bathing the chamber in green light. I'll show you what a true Jedi can do. Mace Windu draws his purple blade, stepping forward. Qui-Gon, stand down! Don't make us force you. A Yoda raises a hand, his voice urgent. Peace, there must be! Qui-Gon, lower your weapon. But Qui-Gon's gone too far. He lunges, his blade a blur of green fury. Mace swings to block, but Qui-Gon's too fast. He slices through Mace's wrists, severing both hands. Mace stumbles back, shouting in pain. Qui-Adi-Mundi leaps up, igniting his saber, but Qui-Gon spins, slashing off his hands in a single strike. Plo Koon tries to intervene, but Qui-Gon's blade catches him, sending his hands to the floor. Yoda flips backward, barely dodging, his tiny saber humming, but even he can't stop Qui-Gon's rampage. One by one, every council member's hands hit the ground. Lightsabers are flattering uselessly. The chamber's filled with screams, the air thick with the stench of cauterized flesh. Qui-Gon stands in the center, chest heaving, his saber still glowing. The order is broken. You've failed the galaxy. I'll forge a new path, one that faces the truth. He turns and flees, his boots echoing as he vanishes into the temple's halls. The council, maimed but alive, struggles to recover. Yoda, using the Force to grip his saber, hobbles forward, his voice grim. Hunt him? We must. Fallen Qui-Gon has. Later, the Jedi temple's in chaos. The council chamber's a mess, bloodstains on the floor, medics rushing to tend to the maimed council members. Yoda's the only one still standing tall, his tiny frame radiating determination as he grips his lightsaber with the Force. The other Jedi, Mace Windu, Qui-Adi-Mundi, Plo Koon, are being fitted with temporary prosthetics, their faces grim with pain and shock. Qui-Gon's attack has left the order fractured and words spreading fast. Yoda hobbles to the center of the chamber, his voice steady. A dark day, this is. Qui-Gon fallen he has. Track him we must, before more harm he brings. Mace Windu, clutching his bandaged arms, growls, He's no Jedi anymore. He's a traitor. We need every available knight to hunt him down now. Qui-Adi-Mundi, wincing as a droid adjusts his prosthetics, adds, his actions on Tatooine were bad enough, but this? He's a danger to the entire Republic. Yoda nods, his eyes distant. And Obi-Wan, retrieve him we must. To Tatooine, a team I will send. Restore balance, we shall try. Meanwhile, in Coruscant's Undercity, Qui-Gon's on the run, his cloak torn, his face shadowed as he slips through neon-lit alleys. He's a fugitive now, the Jedi Order's most wanted, his mind racing with a twisted vision to reshape the galaxy. He ducks into a seedy cantina, the air thick with smoke and the stench of spilled blaster fuel. The place is a den of scum, lowlifes, bounty hunters, and smugglers nursing drinks under flickering lights. Qui-Gon's boots crunch on broken glass as he scans the room, his hand hovering near his lightsaber. A cloaked figure sits alone in a corner booth, their face hidden in shadow, radiating a cold, commanding presence. Qui-Gon approaches cautiously, his voice low. You sent for me. Speak quickly, I'm not here for games. The figure leans forward, their voice a smooth, venomous purr. No games, Qui-Gon Jinn. Your slaughter of the Jedi Council has caught attention. I have a proposal, one that aligns with your newfound freedom. Qui-Gon's eyes narrow, sensing a trap. Who are you? Show yourself. The figure chuckles, a sound that chills the air, and pulls back their hood. The cantina's dim light reveals the sharp, aristocratic features of Count Dooku, his eyes glinting with malice, his red lightsaber hilt gleaming at his belt. Qui-Gon's hand twitches toward his saber, his voice sharp. Dooku, you're behind this? The Council warned me about your betrayal. Dooku's smile is predatory, his hand gesturing to the cantina's patrons. Suddenly, a dozen armed mercenaries rise, blasters and vibroblades drawn surrounding Qui-Gon. Betrayal? No, Qui-Gon. Vision. You've shattered the Jedi's chains, just as I have. Join me, and we'll finish them, destroy the Republic and its rotting order together. Qui-Gon's heart pounds, but his fury matches Dooku's. You think I'll trust a traitor? His lightsaber ignites with a snap hiss, green light cutting through the haze. The mercenaries open fire, Blaster bolt scorching the air. Qui-Gon deflects a volley, spinning to slice through a Weequay's chest, blood spraying the bar. Another mercenary swings a Vibrox, but Qui-Gon ducks, slashing upward to sever the man's arm, his scream echoing as he collapses. A Rodian fires point blank, but Qui-Gon uses the Force to crush his windpipe, the hunter choking as he drops. Dooku watches, unfazed, sipping his drink as the cantina erupts in chaos. Impressive, Qui-Gon. Your rage is a weapon. Let it guide you. Qui-Gon. Mundi, blood splattered on his cloak, cuts down 2 more mercenaries, their bodies hitting the floor in a heap of severed limbs. He points his saber at Dooku, chest heaving. Your plan, Dooku. Speak or you're next. Dooku rises, his presence towering, and ignites his red lightsaber, the blade humming with menace. My droid army waits on Coruscant. Together, we'll storm the Jedi Temple, finish the Council, and forge a new order. The Sith rise, Qui-Gon join us, or die here. Qui-Gon hesitates, the weight of his actions on Tatooine and Coruscant crashing down. Then, a dark smile forms. The Jedi are finished. Lead the way, Dooku. The cantina falls silent, bodies strewn across the floor, blood pooling under flickering lights. Qui-Gon and Dooku step over the carnage, their alliance sealed in violence, their sights set on the Jedi's end. Back on Tatooine, Obi-Wan's still slaving away in Watto's shop, his hands blistered from hauling scrap. The twin sons beat down, and his Jedi robes are little more than rags now. Watto's hovering, barking orders, but Obi-Wan's mind is elsewhere, plotting, calculating. He's noticed a loose bolt in his chain, a weak link he can exploit. Watto snaps! Hey Jedi! Stop Dangerman! You got parts to sort or I'll zap you good! Obi-Wan meets his gaze, his voice calm but laced with steel. You're overconfident, Watto. That's a mistake. Watto laughs, waving a control rod. Mistake. You're chained, boy! Ain't no Jedi tricks getting you out of this! Obi-Wan smirks faintly, his fingers brushing the loose bolt. We'll see about that. Later that night, Obi-Wan's alone in the shop, the only light coming from a flickering holoscreen. He's working the chain, twisting the bolt with a scavenged tool. The news from Coruscant loops again. Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn, now a fugitive, attacked the Jedi Council in a brutal assault. Obi-Wan's hands pause, his face tightening. He whispers, Qui-Gon, what have you done? You've broken everything. A noise outside snaps him back, footsteps, heavy ones. Obi-Wan hides the tool, standing as a hulking figure enters, a Gamorrean guard, one of Watto's hired muscle. The guard grunts, boss says you're too slow. Work through the night or I break your legs. Obi-Wan's voice is steady, his Jedi training kicking in. Tell Watto I'm doing my job. Unless you want to carry these parts yourself? The Gamorrean snorts, raising a club. Smart mouth, huh? Maybe I smash it. Obi-Wan's eyes flick to the chain, almost free. He steps closer, voice low. Last chance. Walk away. The guard swings, but Obi-Wan's faster. He ducks, yanks the chain loose, and wraps it around the Gamorrean's neck, pulling tight. The guard chokes, collapsing. Obi-Wan grabs the club, his heart pounding. Just then, Watto bursts in, his wings buzzing furiously. What's this? You think you can escape me? Jedi, a Jew always wins! Obi-Wan's eyes darken, the Force surging through him. Not this time. He thrusts out his hand, using the Force to seize Watto mid-air. The Toydarian gasps, clutching at his throat as Obi-Wan tightens his grip. With a sharp twist of his wrist, Obi-Wan snaps Watto's neck, the slaver's body dropping lifelessly to the floor. Obi-Wan exhales, his voice cold. Time to go. Back on Coruscant, Anakin's in the Jedi Temple, sitting alone in a quiet hall. He's just a kid, but Qui-Gon's betrayal hits hard. Padme finds him, her voice gentle. Anakin, you okay? You've been quiet since we got here. Anakin looks up, his eyes troubled. Qui-Gon, he was supposed to be good. But he left Obi-Wan. He hurt people. How can a Jedi do that? Padme kneels beside him. Sometimes even good people make bad choices. But Obi-Wan's strong and the Jedi will find Qui-Gon. You're safe here. Anakin's voice is small. I don't know if I trust them anymore. What if they're all like Qui-Gon? Padme's face softens, but before she can answer, a shadow moves in the background, someone watching, cloaked. It's subtle, but the air feels colder. The Sith are circling, and Palpatine's already sensing the chaos Qui-Gon's unleashed. Back on Tatooine, deep in the dead of night. Mos Espa's quiet, the twin moons casting long shadows over Watto's junk shop. Obi-Wan Kenobi, still in tattered robes, is crouched behind a pile of scrap. Ki-Adi Mundi clutching the Gamorrean guard's club, his chains gone, snapped free in his fight with the guard, who's now out cold on the floor. Watto's body lies nearby, a grim reminder of Obi-Wan's resolve. Obi-Wan's breathing hard, his Jedi senses sharp. He knows Watto's got more muscle patrolling and time's running out. Obi-Wan whispers to himself, stay focused. Get to the spaceport. Find a ship. He slips toward the shop's back door, but a low growl stops him. Two more Gamorreans lumber in, vibro axes gleaming. One snorts. Boss said you'd try to run Jedi. Bad move. Obi-Wan grips the club, his voice steady. I don't want to hurt you. Walk away, and we all sleep better tonight. The second guard laughs, raising his axe. No Jedi tricks! You're meat! They charge. Obi-Wan ducks a wild swing, slamming his club into the first guard's knee. The Gamorrean howls, collapsing. The second swings, but Obi-Wan rolls, grabbing a loose Durasteel pipe from the floor. He springs up, cracking the pipe across the guard's skull, dropping him instantly. Obi-Wan pauses, catching his breath. Sorry, you didn't listen. He grabs a cloak from a hook to hide his rags and slips into the streets, sticking to the shadows. The spaceport's his only shot, but Watto's got eyes everywhere. As he moves, a hooded figure watches from a rooftop, a bounty hunter, comlink buzzing. The hunter whispers, targets on the move. Tell Watto his Jedi's running. On Nar Shaddaa, Qui-Gon and Count Dooku prepare their assault. Dooku's eyes gleam with sinister intent as he outlines his plan to storm the Jedi Council. The Council's weakened, Qui-Gon. Together, with my Sith knowledge and your rage, we'll finish them. My droid army awaits on Coruscant. Let's unleash chaos. Qui-Gon nods, igniting his green lightsaber. The order dies today. Lead the way, Dooku. They board a sleek separatist shuttle. Dooku's battle droids filling the hold and set course for Coruscant. As they descend, the Jedi Temple comes into view, its spires piercing a stormy sky. Quan and Dooku storm the council chamber, lightsabers flashing. Dooku unleashes a torrent of Force lightning, a war crime that arcs across the room, electrocuting Jedi defenders and leaving their bodies twitching in agony. Qui-Gon, fueled by his dark resolve, amplifies the attack by using the Force to choke several Jedi simultaneously, a brutal violation of their code, their faces contorting as they gasp for air. The maimed council, still recovering from their earlier injuries, is defenseless as Dooku employs a Sith ritual, draining the life force from the room's Jedi, their energy siphoned into a dark vortex that strengthens the attackers. Qui-Gon then uses a Forbidden Force technique to shatter the minds of the remaining Jedi, driving them into madness with psychic screams that echo through the temple. Yoda, using the Force to wield his saber, fights valiantly, but Dooku's power overwhelms him, forcing Yoda to retreat as the chamber falls silent, littered with the fallen, their life forces extinguished by these heinous acts. Qui-Gon and Dooku stand victorious, the Jedi Order shattered by their war crimes. Back at the temple, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin feel a massive disturbance in the Force, the Council's annihilation. Yoda's eyes close, his voice a whisper. Destroyed, the Council is. Qui-Gon and Dooku, together they strike. Hopeless, this feels. Anakin clenches his fists, his voice shaking. He hurt Obi-Wan. He destroyed everything. I want to fight him. Obi-Wan's voice is firm. Anakin, this isn't about revenge. It's about saving the galaxy from their madness. But in the shadows, Palpatine's watching through his spies, his laughter soft, perfect. The Jedi fracture, and the boy's anger grows. Soon he'll be mine, the galaxy's on fire. Qui-Gon and Dooku's rogue alliance rises, Obi-Wan and Yoda brace for war, and Anakin's heart teeters on the edge. The Sith's plans accelerate, and the Clone Wars loom closer, twisted by Klein's betrayal. That's the end of our What If saga, folks! Qui-Gon's fall reshaped everything, pushing Anakin toward darkness and weakening the Jedi. What do you think? Could Obi-Wan redeem Qui-Gon? Will Anakin stay true? Drop your thoughts in the comments. How wild was this dark Qui-Gon? I really dug into each character's psychology to keep it true to Star Wars, and I hope it gave you a thrilling ride. Smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for more What If epics. Until next time, my fellow Jedi and Sith, may the Force be with you always!